Hey everybody, Tristan here. I just wanted to let you know before we get into today's special feature that we did run into some technical difficulties while we were recording. But they were really funny to me, and since Manos was a pretty horrible movie anyway, I decided to edit around it and leave it in there. And yeah, we hope you enjoy it. Thanks for listening.
Hi, I'm Jeff, and welcome to Watch It Bro podcast. I'm joined today by Tristan and Marshall as we talk
Hello.
about one of our favorite films, Manos and the Rise of Torgo.
Yes, thank you, Jeff. This is, like as you said, the Rise of Torgo, and it is lovingly referred to as the worst of the Manos trilogy.
Is it?
It is. I read an article. They said it's the worst.
You found an article? That's fantastic.
I found two.
Wow. I'm stunned I've hit the lows of the Manos trilogy so soon.
So, fun fact: in my exploration of the Manos universe,
Oh, real quick,
into
Tristan,
yes,
do you want to do the actual opening?
I was gonna let it go, but we can start over. Yeah, I'll do it.
No, we don't have to start over, but if you wanted to do your actual opening, because you actually have a process you follow, and I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, we used to say we interrupt the regularly scheduled program, but you don't say that anymore.
No, well, I said it once for the first one. That's not a, that's a ry- let's hold on and call it a rhythm. So,
No, I think this works. Just go about your Manos facts.
yeah. So, fun fact: in my exploration of the Manos universe, in 2023, there was a Manos web series that was launched by Jackie Neiman, and it
Okay.
has 4 episodes to date.
Interesting. That might be something to check out.
No, it's not.
He says questioningly. Okay, so the Manos stuff you found out was about other Manos things, not the Rise of Torgo.
This is the Rise of Torgo we're doing.
I know, but saying I have a Manos fact and saying something else that isn't related to the Rise of Torgo.
No. But I think Tristan's saying is that there is an entire web series separate from the Manos trilogy, which I think Marshall is what you and I found when we looked at the IMDb for
Yeah.
Jackie Neiman of the Torgo series or the Manos series, where she had guested twice. So I think
Yeah.
that must be on her IMDb credits.
Yes. I
Yes.
also found this on the IMDb.
No, but I don't remember where I was going with that.
Neither do I. Well, so
You're still doing facts, Tristan.
I don't have any facts
Oh, okay. We're out of
right now.
facts. Okay.
I'm out of facts for now.
That's what I was saying. I was impressed that you had found some facts about Rise of Torgo, but their facts were about other projects in the Manos universe.
Correct. Yes. No, I did not find anything on the Rise of Torgo specifically. Just that the Manos is a trilogy, and then there is a web series spinoff.
Okay. Excellent.
And Jeff, my wife, did watch this with me.
I'm very sorry for Rachel, and I hope she's doing okay.
She's doing better now that it's today and
You're
not
very lucky
yesterday.
to still have a wife after 2 Manos movies.
Yeah.
She's agreed to watch the third one when we do it. Spoilers.
That
that
that's love.
Yes. I
I
did
would
tell her it's a half hour shorter.
the next one's only an hour.
Yes. Rise of Torgo is also the longest in the trilogy.
It
Boy,
felt
was it.
Spoilers. It yes it was.
it is a film we watched. Well, movie's gonna movie. What do we got?
All right. So, getting into the specs of this, there aren't
Yeah.
many. It it was written and directed by David Roy. I have no idea who that is.
He's the
It
director and
is
writer, and it's
yeah,
apparently his. It was a passion project of his from one of the
I think
Fun fact.
every Manos movie is a passion project because I don't think it could be anything else.
It's got to be for someone.
It's yes. Should I go into the starring cast, or do we even care about these people at all?
No, I think it's worth noting who some of these people are.
So we have Danny McCarty as the master.
Okay. You may
Jackie
remember him
Naaman.
from other things.
I did not
No?
look up what else he was in. Go ahead.
No, we're good.
You might remember him from The Rise of Torgo. We have Jackie Naaman Jones as Manos, and I
Yes.
believe, if I'm not mistaken, she was the little girl in the first movie.
Correct. Jackie Neiman is the actress who played Debbie, one of the only two people effectively compensated for their time on the Manos set.
Wasn't it her and the dog?
Correct. I said two people that were
And
compensated.
and
I'm
she is the
counting the
real
dog.
life daughter of the guy that played the master, Tom Naaman.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, so we have a different master for this.
Yes,
Yes.
because he's like 90, or he was 90 when this was filmed. I don't know if that's accurate, but
We have Elizabeth Redpath as Mama.
Elizabeth Redpath is a noted set and costume designer for multiple shows, movies, films. It's why she's probably given a larger role, but she is somebody who is very prominent in filmmaking in that area for providing sets and stuff.
I did not look into her at all. I got to.
I did.
I got to. We have Lance Henry as the sheriff, and now he's actually been around. He's
Lance
had some
Henry
bit,
has.
he has some bit part. You've probably seen him. I didn't write any of them down, but he has a picture on his IMDb, so you know he's well known, at least a little.
I know he has a picture,
yes. Although Jackie Naaman has a picture too.
and Redpath does not.
Moving on, we have Matt Rogers as Torgo.
Oh, good. I was hoping you could get to Torgo.
I'm not going to do all the Torgos. I'm just going to do this Torgo. Because unlike Wikipedia, this does not have the starring build cast. It just goes through all of them.
Okay.
And The Rise of Torgo came out in 2018, 50 some odd years after the original.
Mm-hmm.
Which, who thought that was a good idea?
I think the original is 1966.
Yes, so 52 years?
Yeah, I think that puts. When was Gordy born?
54?
Yeah.
Okay, so Gordy was 11 when the first Torgo came out. My own father was 7. And here we are, years later, with all of us watching the prequel. A not very good prequel, but a prequel nonetheless.
Yeah, my wife had a few things to say about the fact that this was a trilogy. She pointed out that sequels are never better. Why? And then I pointed out Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Back to the Future Part 2, and Addams Family Values. But I digress. Marshall, you want to take us through The Rise of Torgo? And not cough directly into the microphone
Hey, hang on.
without covering? You're right. You can see the video. You can see him do it, Jeff.
Yeah.
Just kind of as I unmute to do it.
Yeah.
Yes, I got notes, and we will go through this movie. For those of you listening to our podcast and you have not seen this movie,
Don't.
Don't.
Jeff, do you agree with the don't?
I would say this is one of the rougher films that I've watched in my large library of bad films of which I enjoy. I'm not saying this movie is awful. I'm saying this movie is much like a old country buffet that's going out of business. It has a little bit of everything, but it's not good.
It's before we really get into it, you can tell with the filming, the acting, and a lot of the stuff that went into it. It was an attempt at a quote unquote love letter, I would say, to the first.
So, fun fact is that in making The Rise of Torgo, they specifically watched the first one and tried to mimic the style of it.
I will say they absolutely succeeded at that.
Because actually, Matt Rogers playing Torgo, that is not his voice.
Correct. They replaced it with, I believe his name was Cyrus Roland, I believe, was the name I saw on IMDb, or Cyril.
Yeah, that sounds
but yeah,
right.
they replaced him with a different character like they did with Torgo, because they had lost the audio and they didn't have it.
Right. They just didn't. With the original, they just didn't have the audio.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they leaned hard into the let's make it look like the other one.
Yeah, and you can see it from the very opening bit with Jenny Newman as Manos, the dark god of darkness. When she goes into her bit about silence, as she says to the new master, that will become the master in the movie Manos: The Hands of Fate. She does the silence bit a couple times, which is a direct correlation to the previous film. We see a constant set of homages and parodies of actions taken from the first film.
Yes, and the effect they used for not the one thing I think feel didn't fit right was the effect they used for the Manos God character. It just looked way too polished for everything else in the movie. That circle that was around.
Yes, yeah. I think the film definitely would have benefited more from Jackie Neiman walking out of a bush wearing a Manos robe, yelling at this man, telling him he's the master, as opposed to doing a special effects bit. Because it just clashes with the very home built aesthetic of the first film.
I agree with that. Yeah, it did feel a little out of place. It didn't rub me at the time, but now, looking back on it, yeah, I do see that. I think we lost Marshall.
Oh, yeah. I thought he was just waiting his turn. But the more I look at it, the man's not blinking.
No, but he did come back just to cough directly into the microphone and then sniffle.
But if you notice, his sniffle did not light up green.
Oh, I heard it.
Oh, we heard it, but it didn't light up green, which means Discord didn't pick it up.
Ah,
Am I back?
yes, you are.
Could you hear us talking about you the whole time?
Nope. Everybody froze for a second. My MS is jumped to 5,000, and and I was gone. And now we're back down to 13. So I don't know if it was what that spike was, but I have returned.
Yes, and everything looks cleared up now, so I think we're good to go.
Fantastic.
All right. So,
So you
last
sorry.
I heard was you mentioned something about the effects. I called out the effects, and you said it would have benefited from something.
Oh, no, that was me agreeing with you in the idea
Yes.
that the special effects unfortunately come off kind of weird because the film itself would have benefited a lot more from just having Jackie Neiman walk out in a Manos robe and yell at the new master what's happening versus introducing these kind of stellar effects, which the older movie just could not do.
Correct. And I feel like, since I haven't really been able to find anything on it, that Jackie filmed all her lines separately and got them the footage, and they just kind of shoved it into the movie with the effects to make it look to do what it was doing. Because she doesn't interact directly with anybody. It's just she says her lines, and she's completely separate on her own screen, basically.
That makes absolute perfect sense. Very Wonder Woman in the Batman vs Superman movie.
Yes. But now that we've talked about all that, let's get into the movie.
All right. Before we get into the movie, I believe Tristan's frozen now because his fan is not moving.
Oh no. Okay, so oh, that's good. Tristan's got the thing that will let us know if he freezes.
Yes.
Hey, he's back.
hey,
Or at least his fan's moving.
this is fun.
All right. Did you hear anything we talked? When did you freeze? Are you still frozen?
He's not. You can see the
Okay.
fan moving.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
fan's moving.
see, that's what it's for. No, I don't even know what I heard. You said, I feel like Jackie's lines were recorded separately.
Oh yeah. Like she just set up a camera, did her stuff, and sent it in.
What's funny, Tristan, is Craig is still hearing all of this. So when you go back and listen to it, you'll hear all the things we said.
Oh yeah, no, editing's gonna be great. It's a good thing I don't have other things to edit.
Yeah.
Well, this one doesn't have a schedule, so
That's true. We just has to be done before the third Manos movie.
yeah. The movie. So we've talked about this. The movie starts out with Jackie as Manos creating in the middle of the forest, basically, and saying, "You're gonna be my vessel. You're immortal. You're permanent. She gives him the robe and says, "You're going to do my bidding, get your wives, and have a good time." Basically, very kind of vague on what exactly he's doing, bringing people to the darkness and filling her power, I guess. But we don't get a lot of
Direction.
information, direction on what exactly he's doing.
It's very much you're the master, collect wives, and then go to sleep for a really long time.
Um,
Manos has never overindulged in details and specificity. For whatever reason, Manos seems to have chosen this master to gather wives and get power, of course, as Marshall mentioned. But it's too, from what we hear, at least, not to spoil, later in the movie, the master is doing things across multiple dimensions. So we are to assume that this being is choosing someone to enact their will elsewhere.
yeah, that's kind of what we extrapolated a little bit, but which is why he quote unquote sleeps. Maybe he's visiting other dimensions, and then the caretakers have to take care of the body and make sure the wives behave or whatever, and don't mess things up.
Works
Take
for
care
me. You heard it, didn't you?
I saw it. Oh, that didn't block it at all either.
No, but keep trying. It's always fun.
Hang on. All right. We get a brief, a brief, I guess, intro from a narrator that sounds remarkably like the sheriff or deputy or whatever he is. That mentions this is a story about a boy, his mother, and forces of the universe not understood or not yet understood. And it cuts into Torgo's birth, which is something I never thought I would see or needed to see.
But now that you have, aren't you glad?
We do see that Torgo was born from a scenario very similar to the first Manos film of the two teenagers that were outside making out. We see a couple drinking Everclear before being interrupted by the cops, before going back to their business, which leads to the birth of our wonderful protagonist, Torgo.
It is, yes, and it's one of many homages or scenes that are those two kids making out in a car, getting interrupted by the cops.
Correct. Oddly enough, in this, though, we introduce more to the Manos lore. With Torgo being born, we have the twin grandmas, but we also have the introduction of a, I would say, psychic occult member,
They
faintly
call her a gyp.
shamanistic.
They call her a gypsy.
Yeah, I have written down, yeah, psychic gypsy shows up to predict a future for Torgo of which he will not enjoy.
Yeah, basically.
That's
It's like, this kid is cursed. Good luck.
Yes.
Now, are the grandmas a nod to The Shining?
I would say that's unfair to do because this is a Manos film, because those women are not twins.
No, and
No.
I don't know if they're supposed to be. I don't know if they're supposed to be sister grandmas or a couple grandmas.
I think that they are, I don't know how family friendly we're going, Tristan. New Mexican roommates.
Okay.
I don't even understand what that means.
Okay, so they're grandma, or yeah, okay, couple grandmas.
Yeah.
They look like sisters, though. Of course, Texas. Anyway,
Yeah, and that gets brought up again later.
that actually does get brought
Awkwardly enough, it does.
Yeah, yeah, awkward. Awkward's a good way to uh, describe this movie.
One good thing to keep in mind is because Manos in the Hands of Fate is now public domain, all of the music from the original film is used in this film at the appropriate times to conduct a rhyme with the scene that they're representing from the previous film.
Yes, and it is nice to hear the original music. I guess they made
Yeah.
it better.
Yeah, we can even see young Torgo on the xylophone playing Torgo's theme song as a young child.
Yeah. Well, we get a couple young Torgos. We get a like a toddler Torgo. We get a teenage Torgo who's already growing a beard.
And toddler Torgo is weaned on fried chicken and ice cream.
Infant Torgo is weaned on fried chicken.
Yes, Torgo himself is that's his diet: fried chicken, cola, and ice cream.
And it is he does get his not vegetables, because I think the grandmas make mashed potatoes, make taters. But it does very early on say Torgo loves his fried chicken and mangoes.
Yes.
And we never see a mango.
Correct.
Yeah, no, we don't. And she specifically mentions that they're out of a can.
Yep.
I've never seen a canned mango.
I've never seen a canned mango, and I doubt anybody's seen a canned mango in what would be the 40s in this movie.
I believe that's what they're going for, yeah.
So actually it is actually from the Del Rey brand. It's a very common brand that's been around for a long time. That does do diced fruit, and diced mangoes is one of the cheaper, more common products they sell. So it's very easy to imagine in the 40s, 50s that this is something you would have in your pantry for making jello molds or fruit salads.
Fruit salad's delicious.
But the implication here is that this is a very poor family in Texas that is surviving off fried chicken and canned mangoes.
Right. Sorry for my incorrect takeaway.
I'll let you own that. I said it too, but we
You
never
said
see-
it quietly, so we didn't hear you.
but yeah, we get the little montage of Torgo eating chicken growing up, and I have here written mother issues or mama issues.
Yeah, I said he might have a bit of an edible complex.
Oedipus.
I mean, I think it's fair to say he has an edible complex based on how much food he eats that's not good. If you're referring to Oedipus, that becomes a little bit harder to work with considering his mother already killed his father. So there's no father to murder to take the place of. I did find this part fun, though, that Torgo, as a treat, after doing what Mama said, was allowed to get a gumball. This is one of the first of 3 references in the movie to the MST3K riff track of this movie, Manos, because when he goes to get the gumball head is clearly designed after Tom Servo, one of the multiple robots from the original Mystery Science Theater 3000 show, which was the show that brought back Manos in a larger sense to the public.
And that is fantastic.
That is pretty neat that they did that.
But at this point, after the gumball is retrieved, and Torgo says, "Yay!" One of the things that made me chuckle.
Is this when he's chewing the gumball? Is that one of our slow motion bits too?
I don't think so.
Okay, for some reason I have a picture of Teen Torgo with a beard chewing a gumball in slow motion, and I don't know why.
Oh, I can see it. It's burned in there, but I don't think it was slow mo. It might have been.
It was not slow mo. They filtered it to a new screen while it's still being in the background with the opacity changed. So something you constantly saw while we moved to the next scene, which was of Visago, which introduced a previous servant of the master.
Yes, Visago,
Visago.
the previous caretaker, who is doing his best Torgo impersonation from the first movie.
Yeah.
It did sadly feel like that man auditioned for Torgo and lost it, which I don't know how to express how bad I must feel for you.
I mean, he had the look, he had the size. The guy they got to play Torgo looks like he's like 6'5". I mean, he seems like just a tall.
There's an important thing to remember about the way this film presents the timeline. Torgo is always way bigger than he should be for his age. So they will show you a toddler when he's young. They'll show you a 12-year-old when he's 6. And they'll show you a 20-something-year-old when he's probably in his 14 or 15-year-old sense with a full beard.
Yeah, because we think at this point he is about 15 or 16 in this movie.
Correct. Once we introduce Visago, as well as one of the future wives singing about goats.
Yeah. But the Visago, this scene is very much like you saw in the first Manos movie. Visago wants his own wife now. He has served the master for so many years, and he starts ranting the way Torgo did. You have all the wives. It's my turn now. You can't stop me. Ha 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 ha.
Oh yeah, thank you for the laugh. The evil laugh in this.
The laugh happens a lot.
It goes for a really long time.
That is intentional.
It's
The
part of the
Master's
homage
Lap,
to the first one.
correct.
I mean,
I,
it's where you get a lot of the interesting choices of this movie.
Mhm.
You get the weird pauses and silences and starings,
oh,
which
from them.
Correct. Yeah.
just just in a lot of scenes, there's they purposefully did the silences and awkward looking back and forth, where the original movie was just piecing together all the footage, and which is why it was kind of choppy because it
Yeah,
was
the
filmed in
ADR
30
in this
second
was
increments.
The ADR in here was intentionally horrible to reference the first film because back then they had no audio track. So
right.
every actor had to redub their lines for themselves, except for, of course, Torgo, who is no longer available to be there. So they had to get a different person.
And I believe the wife wasn't there too when when she saw the at the screening, she's like, "That's not me."
Correct. I do believe
They
that
had
as
one of,
well.
I think it was the girl that broke her leg that did it, but I can't remember exactly.
And the girl that broke her leg is the teenager in the car during the cop scene in the first Manos.
Yes.
But after the rant about Vasco wanting his own wife, we cut to a lady singing about a lost goat, and the caretaker Vasco creeping on her.
Yeah, she does a cartwheel, and that's awesome. That was one of the few times Rachel laughed.
And I will say I'll say this later. Never mind.
And I'll point out the other time too.
Okay. We cut to Big Torgo now. And he is singing about a girl he likes. And he's like, "Oh boy, I'm gonna see her in a minute." And then we get the girls. There's what, four of them, different ages. Presuming they're all in the same school, which is why Torgo would be 16, or it's very weird.
It, it it's like it's like Marshall from How I Met Your Mother.
Yes, where they just kept Jason Segel as the every Marshall past 13.
Right. Well, once puberty hit, he sprouted up.
Yeah. But we get the girls walking down the path, and we see the wives of Manos, or not Manos, the master, creeping on them, probably looking for other wives. And then we get the wolf howl that we get from the first movie too, which they reused, which indicates that Manos and his dog are around. The master and his dog are around.
I did not get there either.
That the wolf howl was representative of the master and his dog.
Yeah.
Well, it's subtle.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is intentional. The scene with the young girls gives us a couple things. One of which is that other people in the area know about the cult of Manos. They specifically refer to them as people that kidnap women, which is why when a teenage adult actor, Torgo, comes out, he is assaulted by those women very much in a similar way to how he gets killed in the first film. We see actually a very close parody of this with Visago's death when the wives attack him and rend all of the flesh from his body, leaving him just a hat and a skeleton.
Yeah, it really looks like they're hurting him.
That's if you've seen the documentary. Oh, we lost Marshall completely.
It's okay. He'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, I was a little sad during Visago's death because he was wearing the Torgo hat and looked the part. Because he dies and leaves the hat on the ground. I was really hoping young Torgo would find that hat and that would carry on the story. Versus Torgo himself already owns a Torgo hat.
Yeah,
His
that would have
mother's
been a
house.
nice way to pass the torch.
Yeah. But much like Tristan said, there's a very clear reference between Torgo singing about the woman he would like to meet and how closely it resembles his mother.
Did I say that?
I believe you said he had an edible complex.
Yes, is that the correct vernacular?
No, the term is Oedipus.
Oedipus complex.
Yes, which is somebody who wants to kill their father to sleep with their mother. Like I said,
Right.
hard in this case because Torgo's mom has already killed his father.
Yes, and we kind of glossed over that scene, which was fantastic.
Yeah, that hasn't come up yet.
Are you sure?
It technically has not in the film.
I took up the I took notes. It has not come up yet.
Sorry, I'm not used to you taking notes.
Page of notes.
It's my movie.
No, I did the whole walkthrough also.
Nice.
But
Did you guys continue without me?
not really.
Oh,
We
No,
touched a couple fun facts, and
not too much. I talked about Visago's death with the wives,
okay.
and then Torgo's assault with the teenagers being a parody of how he dies in the first film, of being assaulted by all these women who don't like him because he's creepy and weird.
Yeah.
And how I was sad that Torgo didn't find the hat of Visago, and that Torgo himself already had a Torgo hat.
Yes. Yes. No. It would have been great if that he found Visago's hat. Uh, but yeah, and the mirroring of the attacks from the girls on Torgo as well. And that. I mean, that's the scene where we're at now. The Torgo's like, "Hey, Amanda, I like you," and they basically call him a loser, stupid, and attack him.
yeah, yeah, that's the state of it. And he takes the beating of a lifetime. It's brutal.
I got the after it. They kind of walk away laughing. Torgo's got blood on him, and we cut to Mama bathing Torgo.
Yeah, and actually, Torgo crying right there might have been the best acting in the movie.
Top
'Cause
five for sure.
Yeah.
I actually felt bad for Torgo then,
Yeah.
and I guess now we cut to him in a bathtub.
Yep. Him in a bathtub, bubbles everywhere. Mama bathing him. Torgo saying nobody likes me. I want Amanda to like me. And Mama's like, "Don't you want your ice cream after bath ice cream like always?" And he's not having it. He's down. He's sad. He got beat up. And Mama,
This is where Mama explains a they-them mentality to Torgo, that there are people who intend to hurt you and there are people who intend to help you. And there's a difference between those. So Amanda is a person who intentionally wants to hurt people. This is a way to bring
yes,
Torgo back to his mother, of there are people who care about you and people who don't, kind of reinforcing why Torgo is so easily adapted into that cult mentality, because it's establishing a abuse love line for the character.
yes, it's and that's edit it.
It's just no, no, it's like breathing.
It is. Hey, I muted that time.
Sure.
But yeah, we see that a lot through the rest of the movie at this point. People talking about them, um, in accordance with the cult itself, and then the similarities between Mama talking about everybody else and the good people, bad people. And that, I mean, that cheers up Torgo a little bit, and he says, "Why can't I marry you?" And she says, "Well, this is Texas, so maybe one day." Ha 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 ha.
I didn't mention this while I was watching this, Marshall, of I have been watching a lot of Bob's Burgers, and I do enjoy that show. And Gene says this line every 5 episodes. This is not, and this is where we discuss that even though that is an adult man sitting in a bathtub being bathed by his mother, in the genre, in the universe of the film, Torgo is a 13 to 14-year-old child.
Yeah.
He is very much a gene belcher. His mom's the only person he kind of really loves and cares about, besides his grandma's. And it's very much that little kid thing, right? Like not being able to express that you want to find someone like the parent you have who cares about you. So this is not that deep of a movie. I'm giving it a lot more credit than it deserves. But it's to say, it is a weird scene, but is not meant to be creepy incestuous in that way.
Right.
It doesn't help that they never establish how old Torgo is.
We only know how old Torgo is by the age of the people around him that interact with him.
So freshman in high school.
Correct.
Yeah.
Torgo is that weird kid who got a beard in 9th grade, and everybody else is like, well, what's that adult man doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I found myself forgetting a lot that Torgo was supposed to be a child or a mid-teen, not a 30-year-old man.
Like the CW.
Yeah, but nobody around Torgo was a similar age where they could just be like, we're all 16. And you're like, cool. Mom looks like his sister. Just saying. Mom does not look much older than adult Torgo. Not even adult Torgo.
So I think it's very important to reference when you watch the film Torgo literally does look like the father that produced him that she killed. It is a bigger bearded man in overalls. Like, he literally looks like his father.
Yes.
And I think that's the reference they're going for, is that this clearly was the father who didn't want to be there for his child. So that's why the mother killed him. And now we have Torgo, who looks like dad.
Yeah, whom I believe was named Felix.
Right.
Yes,
I
he
did
was.
not write that down, but
And Felix was played by Cody Davis.
I think
the
after the
director.
bathing scene, no, it's not director.
Director was David Roy.
Oh,
David, I get it.
yeah, okay.
But after the bathing scene is where we start to get into the more longer form lore of the Manos films and kind of what the point of the movie is. Torgo is sent to his grandmother's home, I believe, at that point, after eating a fun dinner with his mom. For some weird reason, at this moment, I'll just interject. We have a weird subplot with his mama trying to file taxes with the sheriff. I'm not quite sure why that had to happen for any moment, but I do know this. In this moment, she does bring up Crow, which is the second robot from Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yes.
And during this, it does cut over with the Visago scene where the master is killing Visago. And during the master's chant, he does yell the name Joel, which gives us the main character from Mystery Science Theater 3000, which is the one who created the robots Tom Servo and Crow to work with him while they were forced to watch Manos. And that completes the 3 parts of the film where they reference MST through K.
And it's a fantastic nod.
It was very subtle and well done for what it was.
The best part of
Yeah.
the movie.
There's a lot more singing in this than I would have anticipated too.
Oh, it was so great when the goat lady started singing. I turned to Rachel and I went, "And it's a musical." And she goes, "Oh, please no." Because then next we got Torgo singing in the car, which he just sits in the car while Mom works her shift at the diner.
Yeah, and he just
sings.
sings about her getting off work so he can go home and have his ice cream and chicken.
And he ticks. I think he ticks down every hour because there he's like 2 more hours till Mom is off work, and then I go chicken and ice cream, or however he sings it.
See, I felt that whole scene really made me think of like a was it David Spade Farley movie? Like, it is very much a Jim Carrey. I'm singing about what's literally in front of me, improving in the moment, doofy guy in a car kind of scene.
Yeah. Very
I didn't
much.
hate it. I didn't hate it.
Yeah, no, it didn't bother me. It was just one of those like, oh, we're doing this now. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
I mean,
I'm in.
you
I think
stick Farley in a car waiting for David Spade to come out. It's
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think all 5 of the top of the best parts of this movie are all Torgo being, this man playing Torgo. That is not the character of Torgo that we saw in the first movie.
no. But yeah, we get at this point we get while Torgo's waiting in the car, we get death scene, which is
This is
a
where
mirror
Visago-
image, basic Visago.
Yeah, where he gets. I have Visago
I'm
gets
so bad with
fired.
names too. Visago gets fired, and
Yeah.
I mean basically a mirror image of Torgo's death from the first movie.
Mhm.
He's ranting about his wives now, and then the master's like, you're not
You
worthy
failed
anymore.
me,
Give me
Visago.
give me your staff, and then the wives attack him. And dare I say, the effect, the stunts in the original movie are better than the stunts in this movie.
I don't know. It's close.
I think there's a very hard problem with being limited by your time and being limited by the parody. The first movie could not, between their inability to record audio, they just literally couldn't do things, right? So
Yeah.
to make a joke of that doesn't make sense anymore because you can do that, right? Like the joke doesn't carry over because we see the wives slapping him and they obviously had to make the motions line up with sounds, and they couldn't. Manos in the Hands of Fate, not a great movie, guys. Listen to the first Watch It Bro. We'll explain it there. But
Yeah.
making a parody of what is already a bad scene is really hard to do well because you're basically trying to tell a worse joke than your friend's bad joke. But your friend's bad joke at least worked because they were bad at telling the joke. And so that became funny.
Yes. No, that's a good way to put it.
But then they
Oh yeah,
the wives.
one
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say one thing we get in this movie that we don't get in the other movie is the dog gets in on the attack. Who I've got to say is the happiest evil dog I've ever seen.
Yeah, he wants to play. He's a good boy all the time.
Yeah, but the dog gets into the attack, and our caretaker is killed and left skinless. Skinless and meatless. He's just a skeleton that's all bloody.
No, they really dumped up the special effects in this one.
They did. They did. They had 50 years.
For those who playing at home, the Master's Hound was named Tuco.
And it was different than the hound in the other movie, as this one was a
They
pit bull
did
and not a
not-
pinscher.
Yeah.
Doberman.
Yeah, no, I was gonna. Yeah, it's not the same dog from 50 years ago.
No, not the same kind of dog. And in the context of the movie, it could be a same dog, but it's not.
No. This was a pit. The other one was Adobe.
Yeah. We cut to Torgo chowing down on some chicken.
Well, hang on. You glossed over the fact that they recruit Jodie Neiman as the new wife.
What?
What?
Yeah, they examine the lady that Visago had.
Oh, the goat
They
lady.
the goat lady. Her name is Jodie Neiman in the
In the credits
movie.
or in the movie?
In the movie, because when the sheriff was sitting at the restaurant, he's going through the talking to Mama, and he's like, "Oh, another woman went missing. Jodie Neiman of blah 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 said her husband was
Jodie Neiman was her name in the film.
yes,
Okay.
goat
Oh,
lady.
okay. She's
So
not
in
the
homage
actual
to-
daughter of Jackie Neiman.
No,
Oh, okay.
no,
It's
they
just
they
that-
named the character after Jackie. But yeah, at this point, they kill Visago, they free the kidnapped lady, and then they're like, "No, she'll make a good wife." And they're like, "Yes, now we wife her." And then she just kind of follows along.
Oh gosh, I still have 7 pages of notes.
How?
I don't know. I didn't even think I was writing that much when we were watching the thing.
I'm actually very impressed. I would like to hear all 7 pages.
That kind of
filled
time.
I filled up 1 page.
Okay.
I have 2.5 pages left of notes.
Well, good. We'll go through this quick. So Torgo's eating chicken with his mama, and Mama says she has to work that night, and that Torgo's got to go to the twin grandma's house, and that she can't drive him, so he has to walk there. We get thunder outside or lightning,
Mhm.
and she says you better get your coat and hat because it's going to storm.
Yeah, we get a couple references to there's a storm coming,
Mm-hmm. We
and
do.
then we never see the storm.
I think Manos is the storm.
Ah,
Manos does shoot a lightning bolt at the Master earlier in the film as part of an example of her power.
Yes.
okay. Now-
And she also does hit Torgo with a lightning bolt.
Yes.
Which-
yes.
Marshall
but
will
this is
explain
where we
shortly.
get Torgo getting his Torgo hat and Torgo coat, and not stealing him off the other guy,
Visago.
Visago.
Now, I have a question.
I have an answer, maybe. Well,
So-
I have an answer.
So every time they show the Master in the woods, it's the same backdrop, and the Master looks superimposed.
Correct.
Is the Master superimposed?
Yes.
And is it only the Master that's superimposed?
Generally, yes.
Why?
Because he is permanent, so he exists regardless of backgrounds.
And it could be a Jackie Neiman situation where he filmed everything separately and they just put him in.
He's he's in the green screen in his basement. All right, continue.
Okay. We cut to the Master really quickly summoning Manos, saying that his caretaker's dead, and Manos says, "You need a new caretaker to look after you while you're doing my stuff. But I'm gonna pick this one because you apparently pick bad caretakers, and we need to make sure this caretaker will not covet after your wives." And the Master's like, "No problem, I'll just castrate him."
Yeah, that got me. I laughed.
I mean,
Whoa,
yeah,
and
it's
But
He's-
Manos is like, just rolls her eyes and goes, No, use the spell book I gave you. Try page 200. Go. Manos got a little bit of sass.
Yeah. We finally see Torgo walking through the woods on his way to Twin Grandma's house. And he's going full Forrest Gump here. Mama always said, pick up a stick. Mama always said, don't walk at night. Or he's talking to himself, but decides he needs a walking stick. Mama said, don't talk to strangers. And this is where we get wife number 2 who pops up.
Notably,
While Tor-
this wife is redheaded and tries to refer to things that Mama likes.
Yes, because Mama is also redheaded.
And Mama likes things Mama likes.
Fried chicken, ice cream. Like, she specifically references things from Torgo's song from before that would imply he should follow her.
Yes, yes, and she brings up that she has other people that all help each other, which gets Torgo thinking like, oh, people helping people. That's the good people, right? And we're supposed to help people that help people. And so she's winning Torgo over with that, and then she's like, "Here, touch my garb that I have," her weird dress thing, and he's like, "I don't know about that," and he reaches out slowly and then feels the red hair. It's like, "Oh, just like Mama."
The dress is what? The dress is a what is it? A similar
Tool.
or basically the dress is the same dress that the wives wear in the first Manos.
Yes.
So this being a prequel, he is touching the garb of the wives of the master, and the way he's touching it is the way he tries to touch Margaret's hair in the first film.
Right.
Now I have questions or observations. So, first, it seems that they could solve a lot of their caretaker issues if they would just let the caretaker have a wife. Point number 1.
Okay.
Second point, if you want a caretaker that is not going to covet after one of the master's wives, then using seduction to get your caretaker is probably not the best route to go.
I think that's all a very fair statement.
You make sound arguments.
I think
That's
you
it.
run into the issue of in a top-down cult, the people below you can't have what the people above you have. Otherwise, they have no reason to follow what you say. So, yes, you could solve it by giving Torgo a wife, but Torgo would not be a good caretaker of the
Wait,
home.
it lit up green. That means you guys can hear me.
I totally heard that.
Yeah, we heard you. Oh, his fan stopped moving.
Yep. No, it turned up by a little bit.
But yeah, that is a good point.
Oh no, Tristan,
Oh, he's gone.
you fell into time space.
I hope you're still doing your thing, Craig.
Welcome to the Torgo Zone.
Okay, so I got nothing after I made good points.
That was basically it. You made good points.
Yeah. Yep.
Editing this is gonna be fun.
It should be.
It's gonna be really difficult too.
Wifey number 2, wife number 2, is able to convince Torgo to leave. They start headed down the road arm in arm, and Torgo seems happy. We cut briefly to Twin Grandma's house. They're waiting for Torgo. Torgo doesn't show up. On the news, we hear about women going missing, and the grandmas decide, well, let's not let the food go to waste. We'll eat some of the chicken while we wait for Torgo. We get we cut over to Mama at the diner, who's serving the sheriff and his deputy or another.
Very
Cop.
awkward because the other cop also has sheriff on his badge. So they are both sheriffs.
I believe every time they go to a car, they introduce themselves. You see him stick his head in the window and goes, "I'm the sheriff," or "I'm the deputy, and you need to move along."
Yeah.
I don't think they ever reference each other.
No.
Hey there, kids. What are you doing? Mind your own business. Well, whatever you're not doing, don't do it here.
Yep. Move along.
Hey, man, quit hassling us.
Yeah. But yeah, there's so at the diner, Mama's doing some heavy flirting with the sheriff, the main sheriff, not the other sheriff.
The famous sheriff? I don't know.
Not the
Yes, our Sheriff Lance Henry, not the other sheriff.
Yes, the famous sheriff. he's complimenting the chicken and the pie that might come later, and she's all for it. Grandmas have eaten all the chicken at this point. They say they're worried about Torgo, but they don't seem too worried about Torgo. And then they start in on the potatoes as we get a bolt of lightning and thunder.
This is also an interesting scene because we see both grandmas have a place for Torgo at their house, but is a mattress on the floor that is kind of soiled and dirty. Um, so this reinforces multiple times over at this point that Torgo is constantly in a state of basically being impoverished between mom uses fried chicken, ice cream, and canned mangoes to go to grandma's where he can eat some better food, but he has to sleep on the floor with half a blanket next to some empty water bottles, as we see from that scene, which just plays up more and more why Torgo is so susceptible to joining the Master.
Yeah, I did. I was able to find something from the director, writer of the movie that he said what the vision that he saw for Torgo was he was that one friend that kind of every group had that just kind of hung out with you to like watch the bikes while you were in watching a movie or to be the butt of every joke or something like that. That's how he saw Torgo as being just as if you watch Gravity Falls at all, the Thompson. One of you got it, one of you didn't.
But it is that person who, in order to be part of the group, is willing to do anything, even debase themselves, to be accepted, because any form of acceptance is better than being left alone.
Yes.
Yeah, I get that.
After the mama and the sheriff getting really ready to get in some taxes, they have a little rendezvous they're setting up, and we see Torgo getting brought to the master and the wives in the nice big clearing, and as they get into the clearing, they do this weird zoom that shows Manos and his wives just kind of this zoom.
I think this was another really odd spot where they tried to introduce practical effects because they switched over to a red and black camera filter, which felt very odd. Once again, like the previous graphics that this movie does not need to have.
Yeah.
This is where we see Torgo, besides accepting the Master's power through Manos, and if you've seen the first one, there's a lot of multiple references over and over again to the extended intentional long pauses and repeating themselves over and over again. But this combines with Torgo being hit with lightning, being cursed with servitude, and large legs that don't quite fit his jeans.
Towels.
Towels in his pants, as
The
it would be.
towels.
Towels in his pants.
And then
Though the director did say that this movie would answer whether or not Torgo has hooves. And we're left at the end of this film knowing Torgo does not. He just has awkwardly large thigh knees.
Yes.
okay.
One of the things too that the master likes is when they come across the clearing, Torgo puts his hand up to protect the wife that he's walking with from the interlopers in the clearing. Basically, he's like, "Oh, you're good." So yeah, they merge him with the staff. The wife pulls out the book, opens to page 200, and
He takes a lightning bolt.
yes,
And then the wives are really mean to him. And then he kills one. Which
Yep.
it
The wives-
escalates real fast.
Yep.
yeah,
The
he
wives
gets
are rather mean to him and sets up a little bit of Torgo's from the first film, both fetishization of the wives and the fact like he does not like them and wants a wife for his own, which is why the first
Yeah.
film he goes after Margaret, because those previous wives are bad people. They exist to hurt people, as Mama said earlier.
Right.
Yes. Also, but with the killing of the wife, the body disappears as a sacrifice, basically, binding Torgo to Manos' servitude, the master's servitude, and if he fails, may he suffer 1,000 deaths by darkness. And we need to get him new pants.
Yep.
There's a few little things like that thrown in this movie about this point moving forward, where it's just like these little random jokes like, let's get you some new pants. We will provide you new pants. Like,
Well, and then not to spoil later at the end when the master's like, "Oh yeah, sorry about your shoes." Like, what?
yeah, we'll procure you more shoes later, but
Yeah, you might want to get a bookshelf, I guess. Maybe a
yeah.
couch.
But we cut to the kids in the car making out and drinking. Cops
Yeah,
show up again, and they're
that
looking
guy's
for.
40.
He was 30 there in the first movie.
He's aged.
So an interesting parallel. The first time we see their homage to the teenagers, what was his name? Rosenblum?
Yeah,
Bernie Rosenblum, making out in the car. We see that for Torgo's parents. We now see a second set of people doing the same thing. We run through the same bit with the sheriff coming to them and, hey, what are you doing? We're not doing nothing. We'll go do nothing somewhere else.
yeah.
If we are to take the universe of this world correctly, then to some extent we're seeing the next Torgo kind of being cursed. As we see a pattern with the people who come make up by this road, their child will become a servant of the master, as Torgo did, and we see these problems run up once again with other characters.
Yeah.
Very much if you've seen Cabin in the Woods.
They're the point of no return.
So the sheriff would be the harbinger to some extent who kind of warns people about the area. And then obviously Torgo sacrifices one of the wives to Manos. The horror film plot is all there of we need a sacrifice. We need the harbinger that keeps them away. And I will bring this up later when Marshall gets to it of why I believe that.
Okay.
Now we're back at grandma's are asleep with the chicken bone hanging out of their mouths.
Correct. We
Yes.
come back to there when Mama shows up.
Which I thought
Yeah.
were cigarettes or
Yes. Marshall Marshall, I thought they were lettuce rolls.
This rolls.
But we were actually surprised to find out they were chicken bones.
which you don't get a really good look at until a few minutes later when Mama slaps them both.
Yeah,
Because
I didn't see the slaps.
they
I was taking notes.
Oh yeah. Mama shows up yelling, looking for Torgo. The grandmas are passed out, and they're like, "Hey, Torgo never showed up. We figured we wouldn't waste the food." And she's like, "And you just went to sleep without him being here?" And she slaps them both. Chicken bones go flying out of the mouth, and Mama's freaking out.
Yep.
We now cut to the Manos house, or at least the interior that was created for this movie that looks like the first interior.
Yeah, the unfinished 2x4s as the trim around the door.
yeah. We see the picture above the fireplace of the master and his dog, which is it looks really well done, and they added the pit bull dog to it instead of the pinscher from the Doberman pinscher from the first movie. So it's they made it specifically for this, and we see the master basically getting Torgo ready to be caretaker here. He gets him merged with the staff. The dog's happy to be anywhere. He's just sitting there wagging his tail, all smiles.
He's a good boy. You can see the treat coming.
But
And
and,
then-
this part made me laugh too, because he's like, "Okay, you're merged with the staff. You're the caretaker now. You might want to get a couch or a bookshelf or something."
Yeah. But they said the name of the movie. The Rise of Torgo is complete.
Yes, they said the name of the movie. It can now end.
I thought I thought it was the ending. I'm like, that would be beautiful if he's like, the Rise of Torgo is complete, and then done.
Yeah.
Cut to credits.
But we find out too that the master does not believe in phones. He thinks they're evil technology. He's not allowed to get a phone, which ties into the first movie of them not having a phone.
Hey, at least they did their homework.
If you have this as a passion project, you did your homework. This isn't a
We're gonna make a prequel to Manos. Is it gonna be better? Define better.
it's gonna be longer.
Like, is it gonna be worse? Define worse. Like, better but worse but better. Like, what do we mean here?
We see Mama looking for Torgo. She's in her car driving up and down the whole area of Texas, screaming and wailing for Torgo. And we cut to the kids making out in the car. Jeff, did you freeze?
Oh no,
okay.
I'm here.
Okay. I'm
No,
like,
he's just
he's
really
been that way-
still.
he's been really still for a second. Like, did we lose him? But yeah, we cut back to the kids. And Mama just opens the door. It's like, "Where's Torgo? Have you seen Torgo?"
Yeah, and they're like, no. And then she's all mad at them.
yeah, she's an irate mother
Yeah.
who's yeah.
Yeah, because it gets better here in a second.
Yeah, they say no, but the cops are looking for him, and she's like, "Oh," and she runs off to go look for Torgo again. At this point, Mama pulls up to the house where Torgo's at, and she gets out. She's like, "Oh, it's Torgo," and she runs up and hugs him. Torgo's like, "Who are you? How do you know my name? I don't know you." And she's all distraught that Torgo is mind wiped, I
Brainwashed.
guess. Yeah.
So this is besides the bad fighting that comes from Mama versus Torgo's first wife he meets.
Wife number 2.
A lot of this scene is very reminiscent of Mama effectively becomes Michael from the first film.
Yes. So she's like, "Okay, you stay here, Torgo. I'm gonna get the cops." She gets in the car. She realizes she has a gun in the glove box. So instead of going to get the cops because the car won't start, she gets out and she's like, "I'm gonna go get them," and runs into the woods instead of the house that's right there. But I'm guessing because he said, "I take care of the place while the master is away," she assumed the master's away and must be in the woods.
Yep.
But yes, this is where she runs across wife 2 and another instance of them trying to homage the fighting from the first movie
It's not even
and
close.
doing it much worse. As you can see, they aren't even close to swinging at each other. And that slap sound effect, they had to have used one of those big slapsticks, which is where it came from. But the slack, it's just slap, 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 slap.
I won't lie. I did enjoy this part very much. It was ludicrous. It was over the top. It reminded me of the fight from They Live. It was silly, but
It was.
it was its own, and it ends in a wonderful fashion.
Wife number 2 takes a bullet between the eyes.
And they get
Correct.
slapped 8 more times.
And then they still slap them, which I couldn't help but start giggling. It was beautifully ridiculous.
And I looked away at the wrong point. I'm like, did she even use the gun? What happened? Did she die from slapping? Because the noise of the gun make sounded very close to the slapping too.
This next scene though is where Mama is now encountered by our sheriff, Lance Henry,
Yes.
who confronts Mama and, "Are you responsible for the death of that unarmed woman I found upon the trail back there?"
A very weird way to say that. But that unarmed, defenseless woman that's just lying there.
Well, she was trying to kill me with sticks and stuff.
Yeah, which is very funny considering Mama killed Papa with a single blow to the head with a stick, and Mama can take more than a stick to the head, I guess.
Oh yeah,
She
because
got
it
up
was
and kept fighting.
yeah.
This is where Mama, played by Elizabeth Redpath, murders Lance Henry after he attempts to try to talk her down
Yeah.
and says that she doesn't need Torgo, and that boy's lost. And then she shoots him in the chest. Now, when he falls over to the ground, his dying words are Manos, which is where I believe that cabin in the woods like reference comes in. I believe the sheriff is part of this.
Yes.
And that's why he helps take care of things while the master is away. Because Torgo was fated from the original psychic gypsy who showed up to become a servant of the greater Manos, the creature from beyond darkness, which ties into why the sheriff is part of this larger, basically, conspiracy.
Yeah. Well, it's great too because he points the gun at him. He's like, "What are you gonna do? Shoot me?"
Says man who is recently shot.
Yeah. And then he shot.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
but
then, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say Torgo finds wife 1 or wife 2,
Yep.
and is sad. And
Yeah,
he
I
flashed
love the little memory
the
thing that they do
little
there
flashback window that pops up every
in a
so often.
in a nice little picture frame.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The memory window.
that's the memory window. Yeah, so, but yeah, get to the next part
Uh,
where the showdown.
So this is where
yeah.
the movie kind of goes into overdrive. With the acceleration of Mama shooting a wife and a sheriff, but not the sheriff's deputy, we see her quickly move towards the master's home and confront the master over Torgo, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Yes,
Mama comes across the master and the wives. She's got the gun pointed at him.
and then this
Um,
part had me. Oh, oh, did I laugh? Because you get like another wife come in with like a stick, like shrieker
Um,
style, and she just like full on action hero goes boom right in the head, and drops her. Like
yeah,
whoa.
the master's explaining that he's permanent, and she just ah
Just bah!
with the scream, and yeah, she takes out another wife. And this is when Torgo shows up and knocks the gun out of her hand.
Yes.
yeah, this part, we get a couple things. We get the reference the master says bullets cannot hurt him because he is permanent. We also know this from the first Manos movie when Michael attempted to kill the master, shot a bunch of bullets, and none of them hit them.
Yes.
Because he doesn't exist in just our world, he exists in all worlds as being a permanent by Manos. This also does lead to the scene that Marshall and I cracked up laughing at, as Tristan said, where Mama just John Wicks the head of this second wife, and just it is one shot, one kill. She just there's a splatter and she falls over, and you're like, wow, the murderer is so free now. Like this woman was looking for her son 20 minutes ago. She's killed 3 people and she's not slowing down. Okay, this is now our movie. Mama Torgo wants her baby back. Um,
She has shot 3 people too. It's
in the end, Mama Torgo does end up killing 3 wives and 1 sheriff.
2 wives. And 1
3.
sheriff. Torgo killed the first one.
No, Torgo killed 1, but I do have listed here. Mama kills 3. She shoots the one that she fought. She shoots the sheriff. Shoots the one that ran with her to stick, and then she shoots another one who attempted to assault her.
yes. She gets one more before.
She is assaulted by the plethora of wives left over from the master.
Okay, because Rachel and I were talking about it. We're like, but 3 what? Because at one point the master's like, I've lost enough wives. You need to become one so that we can balance out the force or something.
Yeah.
And then we were trying to figure out what she killed 2. Okay, so she does shoot another one before
She
the
does.
end.
Yes. There's a total of 4 wife deaths and a sheriff.
Correct.
Okay.
With this scene, though, we are now left to a couple in a blue car driving down the road towards Valley Lodge. Correct?
The 2 ladies in the car.
Yep. As they are heading down their path, unsure of where they are going.
Yes, there's 2 ladies in the car driving looking for Valley Lodge.
And everybody owns the same car.
We see a bit of Torgo sleeping in a pile of hay.
He does take way too long
He's
to get
having
out
trouble
of.
getting up, and this is a 5-minute scene of him trying to get up out of this pile of
So,
hay.
so
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I think this is a reference to the first film, and that the original actor John Reynolds was very drunk during filming and had a hard time getting around, as referenced by Bernie Rosenblum in the documentary. So I think it was a little bit of a joke on John just being a bit trash
Yeah.
before they put in a couch and a bookshelf and no telephone.
Yeah. So yeah, the girls are looking for Valley Lodge. They see the guy for directions, and they pull up, and Torgo's just eating hay. He's eating grass.
Yes, he is. Yes. Well, I said to Rachel, I go, well, he's eating grass now. And she's like, he don't got no more fried chicken. There's no more mama.
He's part satyr.
He never
we do
learned to take care of himself.
We do see in this weird place, he does have dreams of Mama though when he is sleeping.
Yes.
Torgo does remember his life before he became a servant of the master, and is upset about the life that he has lost to some extent. until he wakes up and goes back into his life of servitude.
Yeah. Uh, but the girls are asking about the Valley Lodge. There's some mind manipulation stuff going on. Torgo's saying, hey, it's going to get dark soon. You guys should stay. The master would like you as wives. And they're like, yeah, it is going to get dark soon. We should stay. And that's when we cut to the credits.
One of the ladies in the car is Sarah Wyckoff, which has been a bit actress in a bunch of random stuff. So you may recognize her from some bizarre thing since 2008. But short of that, that is where the movie ends.
So,
Yeah.
if you
Um,
watch the entirety of the credits, you will get to the scene after the credits
you'll
that
get to what?
shows that shows the master and his wives out in the woods, and the wives are fighting, and Manos pops through the sky and tells the master that his location has been compromised and he needs to relocate. I'm
Okay.
not making this up. That's after the credits.
Alrighty.
The end
Oh,
credit scene that explains the discrepancies between locations.
Yes.
we did forget to say that at the very end of Torgo dealing with the new guests, that we see that Mama is one of the wives.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
And
Yes,
one
that
thing
is
that we
important.
glossed over that I thought was really funny is the fact that at some point the master and Torgo argue about the pronunciation of Manos or Manos.
Yes, that part was very funny.
And then he insists that it's Manos, and then all the wives start saying Manos. All right, but that was The Rise of Torgo. Jeff, being our guest, would you like to give your thoughts first?
I think this is a very tough film to enjoy by itself. It does a great job homaging, referencing, discussing concepts that showed up in the first film, but on its own, it's kind of just bland. There's some parts that are very funny because they're ridiculous, but there's a lot of parts that I feel could be expanded upon more to give us better lore and combine it better with the Manos mythology. All around, I would say decent as what it is as a prequel to Manos. By itself, not so great. So I would give it probably a D minus.
So worse than the first one?
Like say, it's very hard to say because the first one is not a good film. Absolute disclaimer for anyone listening: it is not a good movie. But you can
No.
tell that the person who wanted to make it really cared about it, and so it becomes interesting in that fact. Limited by both time, technology, and whatnot, and money, it's not good, but you can see where somebody cared enough to try to make a thing versus seeing somebody make something that's a parody of that which somebody could not do.
Yes.
Okay.
They
So I'd give Manos a C plus. I wouldn't say it's a B movie. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not for people that like things that are interesting, but it is unique in how much fun you can gain from it, from seeing what somebody really wanted to make, but not being allowed to make it.
Yes, it's where Jeff touched on it, where Manos, the original, is the way it is because of time, budget. They shot at night because everybody had day jobs. They shot on a piece of equipment that only recorded in 37-second increments with no sound, so they had to dub over after the fact. They had a stunt coordinator that had to do stunts in the dark because they were shooting at night. The reason that the reason the movie is the way it is because of process and everything they went through. Where this one is trying to homage slash make fun of, I guess. I know that more trying to homage it to make it look like that, where it doesn't. It
I feel like a better version of what they were trying to do would be done with somebody almost doing like an iPhone found footage. Like, me and my friends were driving out here and we got lost. And then you pull up and you see a Torgo.
that that would be a good way to do another movie, a found footage of iPhone footage or something of the events of what happened to this other group that finds the Valley Lodge in Torgo or
Yeah,
Michael.
like you can Blair Witch the master, right? Like almost an a Slender Man-esque character that moves between the woods. There's a way to do it. I don't think this movie is horrible. Like say D minus. I feel like it tried to do a lot, by attempting to be a cult classic on its own parody, and that it cannot do.
That's a good point. It feels like this one is trying to be that cult classic, where cult classics just kind of happen. Somebody makes a movie, it either doesn't do well or it just kind of flies under the radar, and then he gets that following. This one is like, we're gonna make this, and it's gonna be part of the mythos and Manos, and it's gonna be loved just as well. And it's has that in mind. It feels like when they were making it.
What about you, Tristan?
I honestly had a lot of fun with this movie.
Did you have more fun with this movie than the first one?
I did. I'm not gonna say I love this movie, but I knew what I was. I thought I knew what I was getting when when I put the movie on to watch it, and it did not disappoint my expectations. And I think going into that allowed me to enjoy what it was and what it tried to be. And yeah, I was not expecting anything good, and it was good by no stretch of the imagination. And that allowed me to have a laugh at the whole thing. Will I watch it again? No.
So outside of this podcast, I'm really interested for you to watch Manos in the Hands of Fate again to see how much you enjoyed on a second watch. Because if you're saying this film was better than the first film because you knew what to expect, I imagine watching that first film again, you're going to laugh way more often and enjoy how bad that first film is even more.
Okay. I own it. The first Manos, so
Oh,
I will watch it again and let you know.
oh shoot, real quick. Marshall made the best joke, the most amazing thing during the time when the two women show up at the end and they say, "Your name's what? Togar?
Oh,
Torgo?" Marshall, he said it perfectly. This was the place to put in the reference to Togar, which, if you bought the
yes.
first DVDs of Manos in the Hands of Fate, they misspelled Torgo's name on the back of it and they called him Togar. And I
Yes,
still
yes,
have that copy.
which is fantastic. But yes, that as soon as she said, "What was his name again?" or "What was your name
It,
again?" I thought I thought she was going to say, "Oh, did you say Togar?" Because it would have been perfect in
The missed
that instance.
opportunity right there.
Yes,
it would have been the most flawless of in jokes for a movie that is basically a giant in joke 3 times over.
yes.
Yeah, that would have
But
been fantastic. But I think that, unless I'm mistaken, wraps up our final thoughts for this.
yeah, I think that's about it.
All right. Well, let's
Yep, yep,
wrap
yep.
up then. We would like to say thank you to everyone who joined us as we stumbled through this retelling of Manos, the Rise of Torgo. If you'd like to reach out to us, you could do so. watchitbropodcast@gmail.com. We are also on the X, formerly known as Twitter, at watchitbropod, Facebook, and Instagram under that same handle. For our intro, you heard Erased by Disciple. More by Disciple, visit disciplerocks.com. Our outro is provided by my lovely wife. And as always, I think, thank you for watching.